Super excited to be back with another collab. This time it is with an amazing creator who I've been wanting to do the collab for so long. And it's none other than Michelle from Plan On It. And if you would like to see how both of us use both of these sticker books, please stay tuned. What's up, everyone? This is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning. And if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas, and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. If you are not subscribed to Michelle's channel, please do that right away. And please let her know that you're coming over from Priya's channel. She is so creative. She just leaves me in awe every time I see her spreads, whether it be happy planner spreads in general, or even journaling spreads that she's been knocking off the park lately. These are two sticker books which came out, I believe, last year. And I will tell you a bit about those. And this is the set of washi tapes I have out. And I also plan to use this film strip washi. I have my usual tools, the gyro cut, the tweezers, the scissors, the bone folder if needed, and the corner rounder, of course. And I have all of those handy. And this is my B5 journal from Archer and Olive. And for Archer and Olive, Planything, Live Love Posh, and a few other shops, my code Priya10 can earn you 10% off. And Michelle also has her codes for these shops, but both of us thought that we will do the start of spring. And this is the winter nocturnal setup I have on my last setup for my daily journaling. And let me just scoot everything over before I knock down everything. And this was the small secret message spot that I had made. If you would like to have a say on my channel and would like to see sneaks of behind the scenes and all the fun things that I get to do, you get lots of perks. You might want to consider signing up for my membership, which is similar to Patreon, but it's here on YouTube. I have very limited spots open. Please check out all the details in the description. And let us get started with our setup. And this is the Planything Memories. This is like a whole set of selected collections that Planything had come out. And the Spring Allure had come out a couple of years ago, if I'm not mistaken. And this is quite chunky a book. And I have not been able to use much of it. So I thought I will make use of this opportunity. And I had reached out to Michelle, as I mentioned at the beginning, and I've been wanting to do this forever because I am always blown away by her creativity. So I'm also sharing a few other tapes I have out, and a couple of them are from the Washi tape shop and one from Wrong Wrong. So you will get to see sneaks of that as we get going. And this is the set of girls I want to bring in because there is just enough of those elements for us to use. And I really wanted to use these film strips because I'm looking for a beauty of the spring in a snapshot kind of theme in my mind. And Michelle was keen on doing a spring themed one because I'm sure everybody in the States was really not used to all that snow being dumped on them. I was really looking forward to spring, and I can totally understand. And as you can see, I'm just cutting off a couple of blocks of that film strip because you know me, I have to get Dutch doors in. And I'm using my rubber band, and I'm using that scrap I had saved from the beginning of the tape. And I'm looking for horizontal Dutch doors this time, but I wanted to also make sure I bring in the film strips vertically and not horizontally, because I wanted the minimum wasted space, as somebody who does not like to cut off pages would call. And this is how I would like to have that placed, and you will see how real life struggles happen for all of us. And I like to keep it genuine here, so I may not do a lot of editing out those portions. And I like to see roughly where I can lay down the elements, and it is crucial that I lay down the elements straight, which I did not. And I'm going to reposition it carefully without any damage to the pages or the stickers. And yeah, that's not bad. And I will also do some measuring, because I want to use one of those girls, and I want one of the girls to be visible through the film strip. And I'm just folding the page a bit there, a bit of a crease, very slight pressure, and I'm digging into my pouch to get out the needed eraser, which does not look pretty because I have used it quite well. And if you are ever wondering how to get hold of all these things that I'm using, if at all anything catches your eye, I have linked everything in the description. And if you can't see it in the description, it will be in the pinned comment. That just means that you will see at the top of the comment section. There is one whole bunch of lists, not whole bunch of lists, a full list with all the links attached, and that always shows up on top of the comment. So that's all that pinned comment means. And I'm going to see how I need to put that down. And some of these film strips are really not very obedient, I must say. And I'm putting that down. And maybe I should have actually measured that before I put it down. It's been so long I used this film strips, because you have seen me use them in various Dutch door projects. So I'm lifting that a bit, but there is a bit of a texture in that window. And now I need my washi cutter from Live Love Posh, because that's what really gives me that metal ruler effect, because I do have a metal ruler, but it does not do a good job with the glare on the camera, on camera rather. So I like to keep it glare free, and that's why I like to use this washi cutter. And because it is a metal piece, and sometimes the viscous ceramic knife does not do a good job at cutting the edges straight without damaging the paper, or sometimes it does not go all the way through because the metal edge of the ruler or the washi cutter, it's a really tiny blade that the viscous ceramic knife has. And I wanted to add a couple of droplets just for that fun effect, and that is something I wanted to try, but I don't think it came out as successful. So you will see how I have to take off the film strip. And this is going to be the back side of the Dutch door, if I can put that down straight. Now I think, as I look at it, as I'm doing the voiceover, I think it would have been fine, but I did not like how it looked. And I'm going back with a couple more droplets of water. And if you are ever trying, just learn from my mistakes. If you need to add water, just use stickers. Or if you are still insistent on using actual water for that water effect, use a spray bottle, because at least there is some consistency, and you will not end up with weird looking bubbles inside that washi strip. And this is what we have, and I'm not quite happy with how it looks. So you know what I'm doing? I'm removing that. And again, I could have taken off all these portions and just shown you the final result. And I even ripped some of the page. But again, I like to keep it genuine because such things happen to everybody. Nobody is perfect. And this is me using another film strip, and I'm going to take it a bit easier this time. And I have to make sure that I do not have any air pockets in them. That's all. And that side looks okay because we have the back side open. So just trying to line up that shape and that edge perfectly. So this is the first Dutch door, and again I go back and do the same thing, but I don't think I added as much water, so it did not quite have that effect I was hoping for. And I'm going with my left hand to have that girl on the other side. If you are a lefty, you must be thinking, what's a big deal? For a righty, though, placing stickers using the left hand is so weird. Let me know in the comments if you are one of the righties who just struggle to have stickers laid down using your left hand. So I'm using this pastel colored stripes washi, and that was part of the January subscription box from Plannything. And for current subscription boxes, my code cannot be used, but for past sub boxes, just like any other products, the code can be used. And now let's get to the gyro cut, which is the tool I love to use. And if you are kind of used to the tool, I think you can even use this for the straight edges, which I'm loving now. And that self-healing cutting mat, along with that paper clip, the scissors, the tweezers, all of those are from Journal C. And my code Priya can earn you 8% off at Journal C. And even if there are sales happening, you can still stack my code. And that is the first horizontal Dutch door, which I think came out pretty. And that crane scissors is also from Journal C. And that is the first Dutch door. And with Dutch doors, I think you need to be careful of how many is a good number. So I talk all about it in my pro tips for Dutch doors for total beginners, as in what you need to be careful of, all the tips that I learned during my creative journey. I have a video for that if you would like to check out how that works. And let's get to this last set of film strip washi from Journal Say. And I will try and link as many of the direct links as possible, because you can go directly to the page that way. And this is not always in stock, so if you happen to come across this, I would suggest you pick it up right away and grab multiple copies, or multiple pieces rather, so that way you can have additional tapes for use. And there is not a whole lot in each roll. And the shop, you have lots of inexpensive products, and over a certain amount they ship international for free, so you don't have to worry about that. And I'm going with, you see how that teeny weeny tip of that blade just it just hits the side of that metal washi cutter, and it does not like to go onto the paper. So you might want to remove the metal ruler and then get the cut directly on the page. So this was easier. Can you see that? And this is the next Dutch door. And I like to just trim off that weird looking different shade of black or gray, as from some angles it was looking like gray. And this is the back side, and I thought I will just keep it like so because I did not want the same orientation for both the tapes. When you look at it from here, yes, it is, but otherwise you will see how it is in different orientations. And let's get the washi tape straight down on the other page also, and we will get our next Dutch door. And you see how soft that washi tape is, so pretty. And this is going to be the next cut I will be doing, and the same process. And coming back to Michelle's channel, have you watched her videos before? You will be blown away by how she puts together such unique themes and unique spreads using the same sticker books we all have, right? She does magic when it comes to clusters, especially with the different handwriting styles that she does. And her lettering is so beautiful. I'm a big fan of hers. And she always has really fun spreads. And lately she got into journaling. She has spreads that she does for her patrons, and I am one of her patrons, so I know how fun it is when I joined her community. And I like when she comes out with unique themes, and it is so creative. And just with, I mean, sometimes I keep thinking, I have these same sticker books, I wouldn't have thought of doing it. And she does sticker surgery like a proper surgeon, you know. And you can see how she has her own touch when it comes to adding the flags, especially for spreads and clusters. And you can't really copy that, but I like to take inspiration from her spreads sometimes, but nobody can do it like Michelle. And drop me a bird emoji in the comments if you agree, because why not? I love birds. And this is the next set of the Dutch door, and I'm trying to see how I can have the sail lined up here, and I'm going to cut just in between those two buildings, and I will save one of those for later. And I think I will keep it there, and I'm just lining it up at the space where the washi meets so that we can have the washi at the same level in that back page as well. And I also want to bring in that cafe seating kind of setup. Yeah, that is pretty. And the lamppost can definitely go there. And I don't know if I want it there. Maybe a bit up. Yeah, because we have that white space to cover as well. And we can now create a small seating area kind of situation there. And please check out the other horizontal Dutch doors I have done. And I have lots of creative Dutch doors, whether it be horizontal or vertical Dutch doors. And I also try and play around with different sizes when it comes to journals. And this is a B5, and that is why it might look bigger than an A5 you are most likely using. And I also think I should bring in these houses, which I think, yeah, that balances out some of the blue on the right page as well. And I will lift that sticker so that the lamppost can be at the front. And I think that's a nice way of bringing in some of the other spring components as well. And this, when I last checked, was in stock. And there are a few of these trees also, because Planything had their signature houses and trees collections. The sticker books 1 and 2 came out. And I think this is a good compilation of how Planything journey was in the first 5 years of the shop. And Planything is having their release, one of the spring releases, in addition to the subscription box that just dropped. And it is happening on Feb 15th, 9 a.m. Pacific. And if you have not checked out that, please do so. And if you noticed, the sticker book also has some functional elements in them. And I also want to bring in this set of florals because that is definitely fun colors. And I want to have that, I think it's called that hanging bunch of florals. It's called a bluebell. I think so. I don't have it where I currently reside, but I've seen it when I used to be living in the States. And this is the next side, and I would like to use that scrap. And let's see, we'll have some of the green right next to the oranges and yellows. And this sticker book, when I last checked, was still in stock. And I would like to use my stash. So I'm really noticing that I have not used much. I did do a few spreads, a few Dutch doors using all these elements, but a lot of the collections is still untouched. And if you like to see such creative setups in your planners or journals, please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and you turn on the bell notification as well, so that you can be sure you do not miss out on any of that coming. And this is the last set of Dutch doors. And you see how that washi cutter helps you press that washi tape a bit closer to the spine so that you can make it sit snug there. And this is the next page done, and you see how easy that is. And this is our Dutch door setup done. And let's throw in a few of those seating elements and some of the flower pots, which are really filled with pretty flowers. And you may see all of these if you take a walk along your neighborhood or your neighborhood park. And let's throw in some florals from the planning memories as well, but because I think the colors are just perfect. And you see how you can use some of the elements at the angles you want them to. And this is kind of the Dutch door setup done. And I talk about how many is a good number again. So please check that out. I wouldn't do more than 2 or 3 horizontal Dutch doors, especially when it involves cutting it so close to the spine, because I do not want to ruin the integrity of the journal, because this is actually stitched, and you have the joins or the center components that you see, and if you cut into those, the journal will fully fall apart on you. And let's see, yeah, so these are very springy elements, and if you are somebody who likes spring, I know a lot of you are fans of spring. I mean, I love the colors and the season, but I think, sorry folks, I love my winter. And you see how I'm building clusters here. I like to have maybe 2 or 3 clusters, and let's bring in some quotes now. And maybe that, now I think I want something bigger, because we wanted to balance all the blacks on the left side. Yeah, and that is our first cluster. And this sticker book, just like most of the other sticker books from Live Love Posh, it comes with a coordinating set of bullet points, checklists, boxes, codes. All of those are just one sticker book, and you will have everything you need. So I'm trying to use some of the boxes from Planning also. And these colored boxes are also coming as part of the Feb 15th release from Planning. And I love those for the pop of color it brings. You can use it in a variety of ways to bring in colors that you otherwise thought was lacking. So that is our floral cluster, and let's use that corner piece to just kind of make sure you line it up along the edge. And I'm going to use the scraps as well, and I like to alternate between the colors because I don't like the same floral designs or the patterns or the colors right next to each other. So I like to bring in different colors, different opposite wheels of the color wheel, as I like to call them. And these clusters are like so pretty. And who wouldn't love such a colorful one, especially as somebody who likes colorful and bright colors? These are really pretty. And please come follow me on Instagram. I do spreads, and I do share sneaks there, even if they don't quite get YouTube videos. So this is another roll I had out, and this is called the Spring Serenade, and this is the washi tape version. And I'm using the gyro cut to trim out elements. Again, I don't want the elements to overpower the other beautiful setup I have going on. So I'm going to bring in maybe a butterfly, which is in a softer pastel pink. And just when you think you're done, you will still find ways of filling that gap. And I thought that white space was weird, especially when I looked at it through the film strip. And I want to bring in that butterfly. So maybe, yeah, that looks like a good spot. And this washi tape, it's not pre-cut, so I'm having to cut that out separately, but I don't want a whole lot. And I'm also going to use the other clusters in this collection. And since this is on clear, I can just trim off these elements, and I want something small to go just there, just a small presence, and maybe something else in addition in a different color. I think the yellow would look good. So you can see how I'm doing sticker surgery on these elements. And sorry about all that glare from the film strip. Sometimes it does happen. And I will try and do my best when I take the final pictures. And this is the next one. Yeah, so that window film strip scene is complete. And you can see how I will be using the rest of the clusters to do some finishing touches. I'm trying to focus on my ability to bring in some of that Michelle vibes, because she does magic when it comes to doing such pretty edges, and especially she does great when it comes to decorating the top of planner spreads. I love the finishing touches that she brings in. So I try to get inspiration from her style, and I don't intend to copy her, but I think she has so many fun ideas. So please check out her channel if you haven't. And again, please subscribe to her channel. Tell her how creative she is. And please let her know that you came over from Priya's channel, because anyone will be curious to know where folks are tuning into her channel, right? And I'm always curious to find out how new folks discover me. So please drop that in when you leave a comment for Michelle. And let's see, let's bring in some of those blooms, shall we? And please find all the videos I mentioned down in the description. And this is the set from Wrong, and this is the vintage parrot, which I have used quite lovingly before. And as you can see, there are a whole bunch of tropical birds, tropical blooms, but I thought I will just leave it at this because I did not want anything to interfere with the beauty we have going on. And should we have another butterfly? I think we're good, right? And I always like to bring in some finishing touches, especially rounding the corners. With thin stickers, using the corner rounder is not always the best idea because it just does not cut into the corners. So I'm going back with a small set of scissors. And the smaller scissors are always perfect for such activities or such tasks, while the bigger scissors make cutting so much easier when you have a bigger piece to cut. And I think I need one more layer, and as I guessed, I'm back to this grass washi, which came out from Planything last year. And you can use that just as a finishing touch to your spring spreads. And yes, it is not at the same level, but that's fine. As long as the grass is present, I think it's Perfect. And I'm going with the same washi across the other pages as well, so that we can have some grass in the spring sprouting. And with this and maybe one more finishing touch, I think we will be ready to call it a spread. So let me know what you think, and please also let me know if you went to Michelle's channel, and leave me a comment after you get back. And please check out her video, which is linked below. And please show her some love. And don't forget to let her know you came over from Priya's channel. And I'm going with my Pigma Micron in size 10 to do the edge of the page. Just a few lines, and you can already make out that the page looks so much finished. Do you agree? And this is where I think I'll do some more finishing touches. And that was an oops moment, but I will fix it. And that is a white out tape, and that was one of the newer ones I had picked up because I could not find my Tombow, but my Tombow is my all-time favorite. And this is the last page, and I think we will bring in, no, that's too soft. I need some pop of the bright color, as in not as soft as the earlier washi, and I think this will be the final touch. And please let me know how you like this, and please find all the shops, links, codes, the upcoming releases. Arch and Olive is also coming out with their spring release in Feb. Yes, it's happening soon. So please find all those details in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.